Welcome everyone. This is part 2 on the new tutorials on vehicle imports inside the engine. So in first part we've rigged the vehicle in 3ds Max and imported it to the engine. So now we need to make it drivable. So to do that, first thing is to open up the physics asset. And get that out of the way. Now I do that, but I'm not actually even sure that it's necessary, as I believe you do not use the collision from the wheels. But one thing I do know for sure is we need to remove. Come on. Okay. We need to remove all of the brakes. Physics. Good. Just like that. Now if I hit simulate. Yeah. Okay. That's good. So add a box. Okay. Alright, how that works. Works like intended. Now I'll show you how to create proper collisions in another tutorial. But for now, that'll be it. So we need an animation blueprint. So animation. Target skeleton will be the yeah, okay. Now which one is it gonna be? Vehicles, okay. So I have two, but you only should have one. That's because I have already imported that vehicle before. Sorry about that. So select the proper skeleton, and then in the parent class you want vehicle anim instance. Okay. Now you can give it the name you want. I'm not gonna bother. So one thing that's crucial is to get the mesh space ref pose, and that's a big name. Then drag off of it and get the wheel handler for wheeled vehicle. And voila. Now we can hide the alpha pin. Like that. Good. Now we're gonna need to do a blueprint as well. It'll have to be parented from wheeled vehicle. And we're gonna name it BMW. Voila. Now if you open it up, you can see the only component you have is a mesh. So select the right one. And use animation blueprint. We're gonna use our animation blueprint, which is new anim blueprint. Okay. New anim blueprint. Good. So bone front right wheel. Now it's really important to write the names properly. You have all the names here that you should be writing. So front right, bone front left wheel. Then you're gonna have bone rear right wheel, and then bone rear left wheel. Oops. Anyway, so the next thing we should do is get the console command. That's the console command I was looking for. PXVYS collisions. Now that is going to show us where the wheels are. That's going to allow us to position them properly. So what I would be tempted to try first, because we have offsets all over the place here, front right wheel, front right, front right. Now, of course, 3ds Max uses comma instead of dots, so it ain't gonna just copy and paste properly. Okay, 161.911. So 161.911. Now this is the front right, yes, so 91, I believe. No, 98 minus 54. Okay, so let's see if the offset from 3ds Max is right. Nope, it's not gonna do it. Now I really don't know why, but every single time I import the vehicle, it just doesn't work. The offset thingy. I don't know what it is. But yeah, you just have to eyeball it every single time. So, you know, I'm not gonna actually do that now, because I've got this vehicle, so I don't need to redo that. Okay, now I did finish offsetting the wheels, and they appear to be centered. Now all there is left to do is to create tire types. So if you go into blueprint, tire, wheel, yeah, vehicle wheel, create a new blueprint. You can let's say make one for the front, and duplicate it. One for the rear tire, and actually use these in the blueprint. So front tire, rear, okay, cool. Now I can control the size of the wheels with these. So, for example, if I put the radius to 40, same onto the rear, you'll notice that collision mesh just got bigger, and actually too big. But because this is just a for the sake of a tutorial, we're gonna leave them like that. Yeah, it still looks good. So now that we don't need to adjust the wheels anymore, you can delete this part here, called the console command. And yeah, now it's working. Okay, so if we possess that vehicle, you can see there isn't any camera, so we're gonna add a quick camera just for test purposes. Okay, so that camera is good. Now, if you go into the front tires, you can. Okay, steer angle. Let's say you just put it to 45. Then you go to the rear tire and set it to 0. Alright. Then the rear is affected by end brake. The front isn't. And that should be it. So now for the input, let's say we got our throttle input, and then we should set throttle input for the vehicle movement as well. If we hit compile, if we hit play, see that allows us to move around. Well, not move around, but accelerate, and the suspension is working. You can see the wheels clipping through the ground. That's completely normal, I guess. I mean, it's the vehicle class created by Epic Game. There's not much I can do about it. Now, for the steering, we're gonna have to do pretty much the same. Okay, and then finally the handbrake. Oh, right. Let's say we use the spacebar. So if it's pressed, set it to true. When we release, set it back to false. Oops. Okay, now we should have a completely drivable vehicle with the rear wheels locking. That looks good. Awesome. Now you can totally see here that the brakes aren't following the discs on the wheel, and we're gonna fix that right away. Let me just position the camera. Oops. I keep trying to minimize the blueprint to reach that play button. I don't quite know why. Okay, so to make the brake follow the disc, we're just gonna have to open up the animation blueprint. Now copy bone. Kobe. Copy. Now source bone will be rear right wheel, and the target bone will be rear right brake. Copy translation only, and component space should be good. We don't need the alpha, just set it to 1. And we'll need 4 of these, for obvious reason that we have 4 wheels. So rear left wheel to rear left brake. Front left wheel, front left brake. Front right wheel to front right brake. Okay. Now that should make the brake follow the elevation of the wheel. Yep. So you can see now that whenever the wheel goes up and down, the brake follow it. Well, we still need to make it follow the rotation for the steering. And to do that, we'll have apply percentage of rotation. So rotation axis to refer is Z. Now target bone is going to be front left wheel, front left brake. Source will be front left wheel. See how they reverse them? And this one the source is first, then target, and this one it's the opposite. Yep. Now our spin multiplier should be 1. Is additive? No. Alpha 1. So if that worked, and it did work, we now have the brake follow the wheel in all direction, and we just need to copy and paste it for the right side. So front right brake, front right wheel. That's it. So the blueprint, the animation blueprint, all is well. And we can now drive the vehicle around. Now I didn't adjust the suspension or anything, but you can see what kind of results you can get. Oops. You can see what kind of results you can get on this vehicle. Oh, and I didn't show the collisions either. Well, that's gonna have to be for another video. So, yeah, that was it. Thanks for watching, and until next time.